This is how I focus my videos, with old plushies. Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a get ready with me, and this is the look. There is some more blush and pink that you can see in the end of the video. The light just kind of makes it too bright to see all of the details, but if you want to see how to get this look, then go ahead and watch right now. I guess this is a chatty get ready with me. I don't have school today. I should probably be studying, but oh well. I'm probably gonna like autofocus everything that I've tried to focus right now. But I'm gonna do my makeup now. I'm wearing a romper from H&M, like 2 years ago from their Coachella collection. Last year actually. Whatever. I really like the romper. It's really comfortable, so let's just get started. So I'm just gonna go in with, sorry, my phone's gonna be going off because business stuff. So I'm just gonna start by you can see where on my eye. So yeah, I guess we can talk about Coachella. It was really fun. I went camping for the first time. Last year I went by myself. This year I still kind of went by myself. I went with people from Arizona, but technically like people I knew from the start, like actual friends I didn't know, so I guess I didn't go by myself. I met some people while I was checking in for the camping on Thursday. First, let me just tell you how much of a hell of a line it was. We left my house at 6 or 5:30ish in the morning, and it usually takes us like an hour to get to Coachella. Like when they used to drop me off, it would only take like an hour from our house to Coachella, and then it would just take an hour to get back, right? So without like any traffic in the streets, it was like an hour. So we were fine, everything was good, and then we got into Indio, and I should do this while doing my makeup. I keep pausing. Pausing. Sorry guys, I have a really weird accent. Like, I talk English, I talk Spanish, I forget both languages. It's just terrible. Maybe I'm actually gonna turn this off. I'm doing laundry, so that's what you're listening to right now. But anyway, so we got to Indio, and there was a street where we were supposed to wait at, which was a line. And camping was not supposed to be open until 9, but I'm pretty sure they opened it at 7. But this year they actually sold way more passes than last year. So sorry, I'm like breaking out. So for like veterans and stuff, I mean, it was way easier to get passes. I realized that because I got weekend 1, and a lot of people don't do that usually, but they sold a whole bunch of more passes this year. They actually extended the grounds, but I'll get more into that later. So I'm using the Chocolate Bonbon palette by Too Faced, and I'm using the color Totally Fetch in Bardux or something like that. Holy shit. So yeah, they added way more passes, so that meant there were way more people, and they were literally not organized at all, like at all whatsoever. So we got to Coachella at 7 exactly, well, to Indio, in like that one street where it leads to 52nd Avenue, which is where the Coachella pickup ground is and all that stuff. So we got there and we were like, okay, whatever, the line isn't moving for like half an hour. Everyone thinks that like maybe they haven't opened the grounds yet, but they did. They're just really, really badly organized. So the cars start moving and there's this like big circle in the middle, you know, like those circle passes where you can go either left, you can go right, left, or up, but you have to make like a huge circle instead of like a U-turn or something. So that happened and we were supposed to go up, like forward, and then make a U-turn and get into another line to then make a right. I'm hoping I'm not confusing you guys. So, and then the right would be the 52nd Street. But instead we were going forward, and instead of going forward they redirected us to a completely different line, which was still 52nd Street, but it was going to the right. So it was technically going back to where we came from, and we took that line. Then when we finally got to that big circle again, me and my dad were like, fuck no, like please don't make us go into another line. They made us go into another line, which finally led to the actual like spot. I don't know, I feel like I'm really confusing you guys because I can't explain it that well. I'm really bad at explaining. But that happened. So we were in 4 different lines before we actually, well, we were in 3 different lines before we actually got into the actual line that we were supposed to be in. So that was a big adventure and we were tired. We were in line for 3 hours, which led us to get lot 7, and I'm really upset because I really wanted lot 8, but lot 7 actually had way better bathrooms. They weren't as gross, they weren't used that often because lot 8 is actually on the way to the fairgrounds, so they were used more by the people who were walking. So there was that. And so when I was in the line, I actually met some really nice people because I kind of overheard them, and I told them, I'm like, I'm really sorry for eavesdropping. I was just really scared because I brought a charcoal grill because I know you're not supposed to bring gases, but I didn't read that you were allowed to bring propane. So I brought the charcoal grill and everything, and they were talking about how there was some kids next to them, I think last year, who brought our charcoal grill as well, and their charcoal got confiscated. And sorry, they probably looked really uneven. And they were sad, and they were like, hey, I was wondering if we could cook with you, and that's how I started. And I asked them, and I was like, excuse me, we're not allowed to bring charcoal in. And she said no, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, why, what's wrong? And then she noticed I was by myself, and she asked me, she's like, are you by yourself? And I said yes. And I don't remember what happened after that. Then she went back to her group, and they asked me if I wanted to join them, and I said okay. And then they told me where the waiting ground was, and we waited, and we didn't actually wait that long. So even if we wouldn't have waited, we would have still gotten lot 7. So they were really upset because they've always gotten lot 8, and I can understand how they felt. They didn't really mind walking. I mean, they didn't mind the spot we were at because there was actually grass there, and at lot 8 there wasn't that much grass left anymore because, you know, there's a lot of people in lot 8. So we were able to walk barefoot and everything, lot 7. It was kind of fun. And we were closer to the shuttles that took us to grocery stores and stuff, so yeah. Tip for Coachella is don't pay $10 for a bag of ice. There is at Stater Brothers, they sold their ice for $5 for 20 pounds. But yeah, I got scissors confiscated. I didn't know I had those scissors in my car. My parents had them in there, so my dad's like, you owe me scissors now. But yeah, I got those confiscated. The security guy was really funny. He was like, do you want me to give you a haircut? And I actually really wanted a haircut before that, so He was like, come on, I won't be bad at it. But yeah, my scissors got confiscated, but it was all good. I didn't really need them. Yeah. They have a beauty bar in Coachella. I didn't know that. I didn't see it last year. And I was planning to make an appointment for Sunday to get a haircut, but the line was really, really long. My friend said she paid $10 for a braid though, so I don't think that's that expensive. I mean, it was $10. It was like for a really complicated braid though, and I know some places like charge you $25 to $30 for a braid for like a hairdo, and you're just like, what the fuck. So all I wanted was like a trim and like some layers, so I feel like it would have been like $15 or something, which is what I usually pay, so it didn't matter. I recommend camping. People say you don't really sleep. I slept in my car. All we did was put the back seats down, bring like an extra bedding cushion, and I slept like it was a regular bed type of thing. But I don't know if this is like in every Hispanic family thing, but when I was little and we used to go to like quinceañeras or parties and stuff, me and my brother got used to sleeping on, I know this makes me more pale, don't worry, I'll fix it. Sleeping on party chairs while the music was blasting. So I'm like such a deep sleeper. My phone ringing will definitely wake me up though, and it pisses me off because all I want to do is sleep. But, damn. I'm gonna make this taller. But, so, I mean, someone's car kept going off, and it was the same person. It kept going off at night, and it was going off for like maybe half an hour before I actually woke up, because you know how you can hear things in your dream? Well, that happened, but I didn't actually wake up until after a while. I realized it was going off for a really long time, and I woke up and it was going off, and it was 3 a.m. I think on Thursday, and I don't know, it was really annoying. No one else woke up, but after a while they finally turned it off, or I don't know if it like turned itself off. I know some cars can go on for a really long time, and some of them like automatically just shut off. But yeah. So that was Thursday, and then Friday the people from Arizona finally came. And they brought a lot of stuff. But I thought like we were gonna like contribute to anything that the group that accepted me needed. But they actually, dude, they're like literally ready for a zombie apocalypse. They had everything they needed. On Saturday, I was really, really tired and I wanted to stay up for Lady Gaga, so I went and bought a Red Bull. And it was like I took a nap before. Well, I did take a nap before actually, but then I actually had a Red Bull too, so. Radiohead, I think? No, I think it was Radiohead who actually had like the worst show on weekend one. If I remember, I think it was Radiohead. Their set just kept like it sounded like someone literally unplugged their set. Like it just sounded like the aux cord just like pulled out. There was no sound whatsoever. Some people don't notice because they were really, really drunk. But it literally went silent for a really, really long time. And then it came back up as if nothing had ever happened, but it just kept switching off, and like, that was Friday. People just left after that. Like, they knew the show was not going to be good. So they had a lot of technical difficulties, and it was intense. I wasn't even in the crowd though. I was in the beer garden for most of the big shows. Like for Porter, I was actually in the front, but my phone was dying, so I left to go charge it at the beer garden. But holy shit, guys, like that show was just a mess. That happened. Oh, I put some setting powder so I don't look so shiny. But I'm probably gonna put highlighter afterwards, so yeah. I don't know what brush this is, but it's a kabuki brush. I don't know by who, but I like it. Friday, my parents actually came in the afternoon to bring us ice, so we went all the way to the pickup. And then we came all the way back with ice, and it was just so much. They gave us mangoes too, though, because they wanted some. And we bought some for them because it cut off, and I don't know where it cut off, but like my parents brought us mangoes. And as a thank you for the people who accepted me into their group. And I think we only ate one of those when I was there. They probably ate them when I left. I left really early on Sunday because my dad had to work on Monday, and if he came to pick me up at 2 a.m., which was when the lockdown was taken off, because they locked the camps down at they locked them down at 10 p.m. and you can't leave the campgrounds until 2 a.m. when everyone's allowed to, but I heard there's a lot of traffic because everyone's trying to leave, so I heard it's like a really bad idea. So I left at 4:90, which I had like a really bad experience with it, but I won't get too into it. I was just really stressed the fuck out. Like, I really like the Porter Robinson set. I met some people who were actually like the representation of Plur. They were super nice to me while I was trying to get out of the show because my phone was dying, and I just didn't want to worry my parents and stuff because they were like checking up on me and stuff. I know, but I don't really mind. And then the group that was with me, not the people from Arizona, like the actual group I met during the thing, they wanted me to be healthy, to be like well fed, because they knew my parents were checking up on me. And one of them was a mom, so she was really nice. I love highlighting the tip of my nose, especially with rose quartz, because then it makes it look really pink. And I just love pink. Oh, I highlighted the top here. No! But I didn't even know that your Cupid's bow highlighting it made you look bigger, like your lips bigger. I just love the highlight there though, because it looks cute. So, I have some blush. What do you guys think? I actually don't wear mascara. I wear this gel by NYX. It's called the Big and Loud Lash Primer Base. So, I know this is supposed to be put before you actually put on eyeshadow, mascara, but I don't like how chunky mascara looks sometimes because it's black and it just like chunks up your whole eyelash. So I like putting this on because if it chunks up, it looks natural since it's like transparent. It's probably not good though. And I probably look really weird because it's not darkened. So, sorry I got really quiet. But, yeah, I was really excited for weekend one because, I know a lot of artists go there for weekend one. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna see a lot of famous people. Especially, I wanted to see Jenim, and if I saw Vivian Vo, I would have like cried. I love both of them. I would have wanted to share pictures of dogs with them, but I feel like they probably have better things to do. So I really wanted to meet them, and Remy. They're some of my favorite YouTubers. I love Jen and Steph because they're like the cutest best friends, and I just really love their fashion sense. And then from them, my other favorite YouTubers, see, it doesn't make a difference, but like they do open up like a bit. Like my other favorite YouTubers are Vivian Vo. I don't know why, like I just love her vlogs, and I actually really like Crazy Ray Ray. I think I just like YouTubers with houses. I don't know, but I really like their stuff. Where's my purse? I need my chapstick. Jenim and Steph, which is Soul Sister. Or at least that's what I call her because of her other names, you know. But Vivian Vo, Crazy Ray Ray. I really like Rummy. I would have really loved meeting them, and then if I actually met like someone super famous, then that would have been like a plus. I know Rihanna is there, and some other famous people, but I didn't get to see, there we go, any of them. I actually think I was in some of the same places like the beer garden where some of them were, but I don't know. But I did get my garlic crab fries, so that was really good. Sorry, I'm like really going. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. It was really fun. I kind of want to go camping again because there is a lot of like advantages. Yeah, so this is the makeup look. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair, so I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!